Hey there, welcome back to my kitchen. Today I'll be doing a small food prep, meal prepping a couple grab-and-go meals that have helped me through a very busy week. And at the end of the video, I will be putting together a budget-friendly after-school drop-off zone for my kids. So let's get started.
We got time, but no money, but there ain't nobody stopping us.
I'm starting off today by washing my fruit. I only have a small amount for this week, unfortunately. We were still recovering from being sick, and my kids were spending their last few days of summer at Grandma's house, so I didn't really feel like doing a large grocery haul again. Instead, what I did was just go to the grocery store and picked up a few items at a time just to manage my energy level. But as usual, I am washing my fruit in a 3-to-1 water and vinegar bath before cutting them and putting them in the food container. These green grapes right here are probably some of the biggest grapes I've ever purchased. They were huge, but they were also very delicious. Thank you so much for joining me today. If you are coming back to my channel, then hey, how you doing? But if you are new here, hi, hello and welcome. My name is Megan Renee and I am a working married mama of 2 kids. They're both 8 and 5. I started this channel to document my health journey while I changed my relationship with food. That includes reversing my bad habits and changing my mindset on how I approached food. In the past, I've always looked at food as a comfort or security blanket, eating when I'm feeling overwhelmed or stressed, happy, sad, and just about anything in between. I also used eating out as a means of social interaction. When I started this journey, I weighed about 225 pounds, I had about 42% body fat, and I was on high blood pressure medication. I did not feel good, nor did I like the way that I felt or looked. To date, I have lost 17 pounds over the last 4 months just by changing the way that I eat. I encourage you to like and subscribe to my channel if this is something that you are looking for in your life. I share real and raw expectations and experiences here. There's no fad diets and no lose weight quick schemes. Click the notification bell so you can stay up to date on my progress and even join me to change our lives together. Okay, so my last weight loss update was that I made it to 210. And my new goal was to be at 205 by my birthday, which was August 18th. I turned 39. So the question is, did I make that goal? Well, I did not. Talk about real and raw. But I did get to 208, which, given that I had multiple birthday celebrations in that time frame, I'm okay with that. I did lose some momentum while I was sick, and I wasn't very active. Also loosened the reins on what I ate. I ate a lot of cake. Funfetti is my kryptonite, and a lot of bread. So 208 is not bad. It's still a weight loss, not a weight gain. So I'm really pleased with that. I still have a goal to get to 205, and this time I'm giving myself 2 more weeks. So by September 1st is my new goal date. That gives me, again, about 2 weeks to get that done. I think 2 weeks to get 3 to 4 pounds is definitely attainable. The way that I plan on doing this is by incorporating walking into my morning routine. So I had started doing this at the beginning of the summer, but I stopped because it was just getting too hot outside. And now our mornings are starting to cool off, and I'm getting up at 5 o'clock in the morning-ish to start walking for 1.5 miles each day. I wanted to make sure that I felt comfortable during my walks. 1.5 miles is a good hearty walk, especially for someone who sits at a computer for 8 hours a day. I got these FitVille shoes to try out because I have pretty big feet and wide toes, and these shoes claim to have a wide fit. I ordered the women's Cloud Wonder V8 in a navy blue with a cute pink stripe on the side along the sole. I normally wear a size 10, but I got a size 10.5 just in case they weren't as wide as I was hoping for. But let me tell you, these are super wide and very comfortable. My toes have so much room to wiggle and dance. I love it. The material is a high elastic knit and is very breathable, which is really good because in Southern California where I live, it gets really hot in these desert areas. These shoes have a 5 cm high elastic EVA sole for a great bounce. It helps me feel more pep in my step when I walk, and it has shock absorption for those who like to jog or run. I enjoy these shoes so much, and FitVille was kind enough to give my viewers 28% off selected shoes. Click the link in the description box below and use code MR28 for your discount code. Thank you, FitVille, for my happy feet. Okay, so we are going to be doing some protein muffins, and I was out of eggs this day, so I am using chia seeds to make my egg replacement. All I am doing is mixing 1 tablespoon of chia seeds with 3 tablespoons of water, stirring it and let it sit for 10 minutes. For the dry ingredients bowl, I'm going to be mixing in 2 cups of Kodiak cake mix. This is the pancake and waffle mixture, and the recipe is actually on the back of the box. Then I'm going to add a teaspoon of cinnamon spice, a 1/2 cup of brown sugar. Now this is real brown sugar, but you can replace it with a sugar replacement. Switching over to another bowl for my wet ingredients, I'm going to pour in the chia seed mix for the egg replacement. And to that mix, I'm going to add a 3/4 cup of milk and a 1/4 cup of melted butter. I used the Kirkland's brand grass-fed butter for this. Next, I'm going to add 1 teaspoon of vanilla. Give that a whisk and set aside. And then on a separate plate, I'm going to be smashing a 1/2 banana. The recipe actually calls for 2 bananas. I had made another recipe earlier of these muffins, and I used 1 banana, and it was too much banana for my son. So this time I am making only 1/2, and I didn't really taste too much of a difference. So if you use the 2, the 1, or the 1/2, I couldn't tell the difference. But you're just gonna mash that up and then give it a good whisk until everything's pretty well combined. And then you're gonna stir it into the dry ingredients. Now this next part will get you laughing. If you've ever seen the show Schitt's Creek, it is hilarious. It's a show that's written by Daniel and oh my gosh, what's his name? Daniel and Eugene Levy. It is hilarious and so funny. So this next part, I couldn't stop laughing when I was doing it, but I'm just taking a cup of chocolate chips, and then I'm gonna fold it in. Just fold it in. I can't tell you what it means, but folded in. And if you've seen the show, then you know. Then I just used a 1/4 cup and measured out each little cup, and then I baked it at 375 for 15 minutes. And they came out beautiful. They were so delicious. I made some blueberry ones also that were divine. If you're gonna make these, I recommend blueberry. So next up is my yogurt parfaits. I have been eating these like crazy. If you need a good laugh, listen pretty closely in about a couple seconds.
Can I have one?
You're not gonna like it.
What is it?
Dark chocolate. You want to try a piece?
Yes.
Me too.
Okay, let me cut it in half for you, okay? I'll give you a small piece. Come here, both of you. You can try that piece, and then you can try this piece. Cue the over-dramatic reaction in 3, 2, 1. What's wrong? What's wrong? Did you not like it?
Mine fell on the floor twice.
I'm that kid.
Go rinse your mouth out.
I can't find that thing.
How does that chocolate turn out to be good?
Well, this doesn't taste like the chocolate that you're used to eating. Oh my gosh, if you can imagine what that looked like when my daughter was just being disgusted by the chocolate, it was hilarious. She was running around acting like she had just ate a bug or something. And my kids are so different. My daughter, so dramatic. My son was like, oh, I accidentally dropped it on the floor. Yeah, right. So after I chopped up the cacao, I'm going to go ahead and get my yogurt and put the yogurt bowls together. Now I normally actually use full fat yogurt, but my store was out this time. So this is non-fat, but traditionally I use full fat plain Greek yogurt. And I actually like the Better Goods brand at Walmart. Their yogurt is really good. Unfortunately, like I said, they were out. So this is the one we're using for today, and it still tasted all right. But I do enjoy the full fat because it just helps me feel fuller for a longer period of time, which is helping getting me to my weight loss goals. So I'm putting in 3/4 cup of yogurt into those cups, and then because this is fat-free or low fat, I'm also adding in some almond butter and some other items to kind of compensate for the lack of fat. With the almond butter, I put in about a tablespoon in each cup, and then with the unsweetened coconut flakes, I am putting in 2 tablespoons each, and then I am putting in 1 tablespoon of chia seeds, and then the rest of the banana from the protein muffins, I am just kind of slicing that up and distributing it to all 3 of the cups. I like to top my yogurt bowls with some fruit, and I typically go with strawberry, but we also like to use blueberry as well. Today's fruit of the day is strawberry. And then I also add in some chunks of the cacao that we diced up earlier. I find that this adds a nice, I know they're not sweet, but sweetness to it. And then I also add a little bit of this Pure Elizabeth granola. I really like this granola. It's really good. Has some pretty healthy, clean ingredients in it. It does have coconut sugar in it. And then I top it off with a little bit of honey And that is it. They are so good and so delicious. And let me tell you, even though these are the non-fat ones, they were still pretty filling. But when you use full fat, plain Greek yogurt, this will keep you full for hours. So here it is. And those muffins did not last very long. They were taken pretty quickly. This is the first year that my daughter will be going to school all day and taking a lunch on the days that she doesn't want to eat in the cafeteria. And so we're doing some trial and errors. And so today we're putting together kind of like a healthier version of one of those Lunchables that you can buy in the store. I don't like buying those. The meat always looks kind of gross to me. So what we're doing is we're getting some natural pepperoni, some cheese, and we're just kind of blending those together. I like to wrap it a little bit separate, and then I have some club crackers that I'll be adding in here. And I give her enough for 3 sandwiches, so 6 crackers. Nope, I gave her 8 crackers, 4 sandwiches. And then on the top I'll put some fruit. These containers, I was actually on the lookout for some bento boxes, but they are expensive. So expensive. So I was at Home Goods one time just kind of window shopping, and I saw these and they were on sale for $7. And they're pretty nifty. They have the bowl at the bottom plus this nifty little tray on top that has the 4 little compartments. Actually also comes with a little cup that you can put dressing in that attaches to the ice pack in the lid. The ice pack holds the little spoon right there, and it's really cool. It's not exactly kid friendly. My son can do it. My daughter does have a little bit of trouble, so I kind of have to figure out how to navigate that. But they fit in their lunch pails a little snug, but they fit, and they work pretty good. So on the top of the tray, I am just giving her some grapes, some strawberries, a nice little sugary snack, and then I'm giving her some Catalina Crunch peanut butter Oreo cookies. These are just a healthier version of Oreo cookies. She likes them. They don't know the difference between that and the regular Oreos. So I feel good about giving them to them. They feel good because they feel like they're getting a treat. And then I just give her a small little container of organic whole milk. And that's her lunch for the day. Okay, so now that both of my kids are in school all day, they need a place to drop their stuff off. Last year, I hung these hooks up right here, and they kind of hung their backpacks up right there and left their shoes kind of down on the ground. And then the papers would get cluttered on top. And we just have this filled with shoes, and it would just get really messy and cluttered. I also have these shadow boxes to highlight their achievements throughout the year. With this being the first year both my kids are in school, I have double the papers to review and double the homework to work on. Last year we were not organized, and I fell short a lot of the times for my son to turn things in, mainly because we just didn't have a specific place to place things, and things got lost or I forgot about them because they were out of sight, out of mind. This year, it is my mission to create an organized space that when my kids come home, they know exactly what goes where and what to do with their things. So I bought these 3 cubed organizers on Amazon, and I also went to the dollar store and bought a couple things that I can create a nice and organized drop-off zone for my kids. So let's see how that goes for me.
Trees aren't green, the ocean is gray, sky is a vague blue, come my way. My room is a mess, it could use a hand. My favorite TV shows to capture in. I know I must get it right, must get back in the fight. surprise. I think I let it slide. I'm sleepwalking through all of my problems. I know I can't make it through. Every night it's the same. I keep running fast, left and right, wondering where my head's gone now. I'm sleepwalking through all of my problems. I know all of my problems. I know. Where did it go? The feeling of thirst, desire to be a rock in my heels. I'm numb as a poison, flows in my veins. Guess I got used to avoiding the pain. I know I must get it right, must get back in the fight. This can't be a surprise. I think I let it slide. I'm sleepwalking through all of my problems. I know I can't make it through. Every night it's the same. I keep running fast, left and right, wondering where my head's gone now. I'm sleepwalking through all of my problems. I know all of my problems. I know. Maybe I need a break. Maybe that's why I fade into this bitter taste. I think I let it be. I took a bite, and now I'm filled up. I don't know where you are tonight. Cause you're right, I've been starving and now I don't know what to do tonight. But I've been feeling like you're pretty easy to like. When your body is closer to mine, you got me feeling like there's no one other than you who can make me lose my mind. You start me up like no one has ever could. You fuel my fire. What are the odds we end up loving it, spending every minute together? I found it quite hard, quite lovely. You start me up like no one has ever could. You fuel my fire. I took a bite, and now I need more. I don't know how to make this right. Cause you're right, yeah, you're right. We are going too fast, but now I don't know how to stop. But I've been feeling like you're pretty easy to like. When your body is closer to mine, you got me feeling like there's no one other than you who can make me lose my mind. You start me up like no one has ever.
So my idea is that I was going to have these two on both sides of my shoebox. And my thought is that the kids' shoes could go in the bottom cubby, and then their backpacks could go up here. And then on top, I was going to have these things. I got these at the dollar store. They're just like document, holders. And they were going to go on top, and they could place their end of the day papers on here. And then right above here, I was going to have their chore chart where they can cross off their to-do list for the day. And I got them some markers and a little cup so that it's all right here, kind of like a command center drop-off zone. But these are way too small. And it's my fault because I didn't measure. I saw a good deal and just bought it. So I'm not sure what I'm gonna do because this will not work. So I'm gonna push it in. It looks funny, and this just doesn't work. So I have to go back to my drawing board and figure out what I'm gonna do. I can't return these because I've already built them, and I need something that works. This is not gonna do it. So I probably will sell these or find somewhere else to put them, although I don't know where because they're pretty small, so I'm not sure what I'm gonna do. So we'll see. I have to go to Walmart. For the first couple days of school, we did try to use them while I figured out what to do, and it didn't work. It got so cluttered, and wasn't meeting our needs at all. And so, you know, we have the little cups that I bought them, their photos. Those are their first day of school photos that I had printed that day and put them in little, you know, picture frames. And then they have their drop-off buckets and chore chart. So I'm looking across the way, and this is kind of an area that is not utilized very well. It's a drop-off zone for us, me and my husband, and so I'm gonna see if I could utilize this and see what it turns out to look like. So let's see.
Spending every minute together, I found it quite odd, quite lovely. You start me up like no one has ever could. You feel my fire, fire. Let's keep this fire alive. Fire, let's keep this fire alive. Fire, fire, fire.
I'm bringing the cube organizers over to this side to see how they work, and I did end up putting the third shelf in there for their shoes, and so far it's worked pretty good. So we have their clear plastic holders that I can put their chore charts and checklist in, and the drop-off bin right there. So they come home, they put their papers in the bin, and then they can use the markers to check off their to-do list for the day. And they can leave their backpacks down there. Thank you for watching, and if you enjoyed this video, please check out this video here. I think you'll enjoy it as well. Have a good day, and I will see you in the next video.